Okay, am I filming? Is this thing on? I haven't filmed for so long, I don't even know how it works anymore. Hi, how are you? Well, it's the middle of summer already. It's towards the middle of, it's pretty much the middle of July. And a lot of you guys are probably already on vacation, and we're about to leave on a 2-week road trip from Vancouver to Winnipeg and back. And we're going through the US and then back over through Canada, so it's kind of an oval. But it's going to be 5,300 kilometers in the car, about 57 hours in the car, if I calculated that correctly. I usually use a website called furcot.com. I'm going to put that below. That's a great website to plan your car travel, because it, at least in North America, I'm not sure about Europe, never tried for Europe. You will tell how long you want to drive. We want to drive from 9 to 6. You can say the consumption of your car, how many kilometers can you go per tank, and then it will tell you where you need to sleep and where you need to gas up your car. You can add hotels from there, and you can add restaurants from there, and sightseeing things, and it's really cool. It's not complete, so you still have to do some other research on the side, like Google's things, but it is pretty awesome to just plan the logistics of a trip. It's pretty awesome. So we're going to be on the road for quite a bit, and I thought I need to send another video out there because you guys know I haven't barely done anything in the last little while. Also because I didn't feel I wanted to do any more vlogs, because nobody watches my vlogs, but my review videos have quite a big following lately. So I thought, you know, why not do another review video, something that I should have reviewed a while ago and I didn't do it. In order to get better at vlogs, I wanted to add a tiny mini camera to the mix and filming myself secretly, more or less secretly, entering places like malls and stores, and it ended up not happening for several reasons. This is the GoPro Hero 5 session. Okay. Before I should say why I bought this one is because it's small. It is waterproof as is right now, so you can drop it in the water if you want. I bought a whole bunch of things to go with it, like suction cups and swimming things that you put this on and then it goes swimming and whatever not. All this kind of stuff, and in the end I decided I barely ever use it because it's just not on par with the quality that I want to film my videos in. That's one thing. And the other thing is that even at the linear, even at the narrow filming, it has a very wide angle. And I'd rather film with my iPhone, really, because the iPhone has a better quality than this thing. It's not as awkward to hold than this one. I don't know how I can explain that. The other thing is the iPhone is you see what you're doing right away. There's a screen on the back. Now, that's probably the biggest issue with that Hero 5 session. The other GoPro cameras have a little screen on the back. You see what you're doing. You see what you're filming, which I thought I didn't need, but I needed it because the communication with the iPhone, there's an app that you can film with this and see with that what you're doing. The communication with the iPhone is just wonky. It takes forever to set up, and then it kind of fails sometimes, and you don't know if you filmed what you wanted to film. It's not as easy as it is on paper. The other problem that I ran into, I constantly got SD card errors. SD card errors is just, it stops recording. You may not notice that it stops recording unless you're looking at the thing actually blinking. And then you have to open the little door on the side. It's easy enough to do, but it's just a pain in the ass. You gotta open the little door on the side and get the card out and put the card back in, start it back up, blah, 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 blah. By that time, you've already passed whatever you wanted to film. And for me, in the car, it just was a no-go. And in the end, I put it aside. I left it at home. I didn't use it. And that for me is the biggest proof that this thing, as it is for me, it doesn't work. A big issue was also the sound coming from this. It was supposed to be good, but it's not. iPhone sound way better. Like smartphone sound way better. My camera obviously is the best sound. It's this microphone that sits on top of it. That I guess I'm spoiled. What can I say? I will not be taking this on this car trip. I will not. Because it's yet another thing I have to charge. It's only good for, the battery only lasts for an hour. That's another reason why it's useless for longer things. I mean, it's small, it's tiny. I shouldn't be complaining so much. It's tiny. Of course it doesn't have a long battery life, but no, I'm not going to take it. I will take on my iPhone because it's my iPhone and I need my iPhone. I will take the stabilizer because it works really well. And I will take this camera here, the one I'm using. And then I will film some road trip things, but probably not that much because it's boring as hell just driving along. I mean, we're going to see a bunch of things and I want to film somewhat, but I don't want to go crazy. I want to film one video about this whole road trip, which is 5,200 kilometers in 2 countries and 4 states and 3 provinces or whatever. Like, it's a long road, but I feel it could get boring because now we're driving here and then we're driving here and now we're seeing this and then we're seeing that. I have to figure it out. For your average 50-year-old housewife that wants to film video clips on the road or walking around or whatever, I don't recommend it. If you don't have a sports accessory, skis, water skis, skateboard, any kind of, I don't know, then don't buy this. Okay, maybe I should say it like this. If you're doing an activity where you don't need both of your hands, you can use a camera. You don't need this. I have 2 cameras already. I don't need a 3rd one. I don't. Nobody needs a 3rd camera. I don't think anybody needs a 3rd camera unless it's mounted on a bicycle. Or you want to do a movie with throwing this in your shot glass and drink. I don't know. Why do you need this? You don't need it. You don't. All these videos that you're going to do with this, you can do with something else too. Unless you need both of your hands and obviously then you mount it somewhere. So yeah, GoPro for me is a company that is on the way out. It's not going to end well with them because this little thing is not that useful, in my opinion. So this summer, if you're thinking about buying a GoPro for your trip somewhere or doing things, then I say don't do it. Clear as a bell. Don't buy it. At least not this one. I don't know the big one. I don't know the Session 6. I don't know if these are any better. They have the camera in the back, the monitor in the back. This one, don't buy it. That's just me. You don't need it. I don't need it. You don't need it. You can leave me comments on down below why you think this is a great device. Maybe we can have a discussion. I love my GoPro because, and then I can say, I think you could use this and this and this instead. Or I can say, you're right. That's a great device for that. But for me and my lifestyle and my activities, the GoPro is overkill or underkill. I don't know. Does that exist? Underkill? I don't know. So I'm going to be gone for a few weeks now. A couple weeks. I will maybe post something from the road. I don't know how my internet connection is going to be in North Dakota. I'm very curious about all of this. We may not have much time anyway. So yeah, I thought I'm just going to say hello and hi and welcome to all the new followers that I somehow got along the road. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, on my Instagram, Karen at Work. My Instagram, I swore off Instagram, but if you're going on a road trip, Instagramming your road trip, I mean, I never do anything interesting. All year long, I never do anything interesting. The one time I do something interesting, for example, driving for 8 hours through a cornfield, I need to Instagram this. So follow me on Instagram if you want. Karen at Work, I'm going to leave the address down below. And I hope I see you all soon again. Have a great summer, you guys. Bye.